Hello, and welcome to another episode of Girl Chat with Nicole and Ivy. Today, we are going to chat about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and the trial, which we really honestly don't know that much about, but let's just talk the clips online, everything that's been coming out. It's just crazy, right? What do you
Y-
think? What have you
Yeah,
seen or heard, Nicole?
I actually, okay, I hope my boss does not watch this, but there have been times at work where I'm just like on my phone watching it live. And I'm just like, I need to know more about what's going on. It's funny because I actually heard about this in 2020, and this guy sent me the audio, and then I just forgot about it. But then once I found out they were in trial, I went back to that audio just to hear how like their conversation, the dialogue, um, and how she claimed that he was abusive towards her. And there were
Right.
actual photos of her with like bruised face. And then the whole Me Too movement, I guess, I don't know if like that helped her case. Um, but now he's like suing her for defamation, and hearing the audio, it's almost as though she was the one who was abusing him.
Right. So I think she was lying.
You think she was lying?
I think she was lying. And I did hear in one of the clips I saw this on TikTok. Um,
Ivy loves TikTok.
I don't love it. You just get hooked. Like you think you're there for 5 seconds, you're there for like 5 hours.
That's probably how I am with YouTube then.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was her defense or her attorney, whatever, but somebody was talking about this compact makeup thing that
Oh yeah.
she had to carry in her purse all the time to make sure she was, covered, blah, blah, blah. And the makeup company, which I think it's Milani Cosmetics, which I have right here, um, they came out and they were like, yo, we didn't release that product that year. Like,
That's interesting.
so isn't that a trip? Like, that's when I was like, oh, she's totally lying. But my
What
thing is how does she do it? How does she get these men and abuse them and they don't even say anything or break things off or I don't know, does she know how to spot, people who, maybe have a weakness or something?
I guess like I didn't even know that she has, so apparently she has a record of this then.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so she has a record of, so apparently a few women that Johnny Depp was going out with in the past actually kind of warned him before marrying her, like, what are you doing? This chick's like in her 20s, and I don't know how old Johnny Depp is. I don't think the whole age gap thing matters. I would date Johnny Depp in present day. I think he's hot. I love Johnny Depp.
I love him,
See,
but
what was that
like
face?
I would not date him now because he's kind of getting older and fatter. But
Uh,
I would totally date Chocolat Johnny Depp.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's just the
Yeah.
whole, I don't know. He's like
No,
what?
he I would love to hang out with him. Just chill with him, hang out with him, talk.
Yeah.
He's just so talented. He's been drawing stuff at the trial. He draws really cool. He's such an artist. He's just so talented and
See?
he would be the coolest person to just hang out with.
Yeah. Talk art and poetry with. Totally.
Totally.
Yeah. But
Dude, she messed up.
I don't get it. Okay, so have you listened to any of the audio?
Yeah, I've heard the recordings of them fighting, which I think Johnny Depp recorded, right? So
Okay.
I think he started recording their fights like on his phone. I don't know. I don't know. But I
That's
think
really
that's what it is.
interesting. Like, who would actually record their fight? I would never think to record a fight.
Well,
Like,
then you might have never been mentally abused by a narcissist
yeah, that's true. That's
because
true.
that they gaslight like a lot. Like you're lying. I didn't say that. What are you talking about? We didn't fight about that. You're wrong. No, you're just too sensitive. That's what they do. And they'll make you think
Uh,
shit. And they'll make you question your own reality. Like, man, like maybe I am wrong. Like maybe that wasn't real. Like they make you question that stuff. So I think she's a narcissist for sure.
yeah, because when you hear the audio, he's saying that, like, you punched me, and she was like, I didn't punch you, I hit you. Like, grow up. Like, have you ever even been punched? I'm thinking, if us women heard a guy telling the wife, I didn't punch you, Nicole, I hit you. I feel like that's it. You're done. Case closed. You're guilty and you deserve a lifetime in jail. And all these like women and all the feminists and like everybody's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
feel like, why
totally.
even continue with the court if you hear her say, I didn't punch you, I hit you. And I think there is a huge double standard. I do. I think that if you think a man beating a woman is wrong, you automatically feel like anger.
Hmm.
But if you hear of like the man getting abused, I feel like society would be like, oh my God, you wimp. Like, why didn't you get out of it?
Totally. And that's why her ex-boyfriend, the one I told you about, his name is Valentino Lanos, which I had a huge crush on for like so many years as a little girl because he was like the heartthrob of like novelas.
Mm.
And so I would watch novelas with my mom and I'd be like, dang, who's that hunk? Dude, she dated him, I guess, for like a little under a year, but he came out saying that she was physical and like mentally abusive.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was saying like, "Oh, I didn't want to say anything because, just back then, like a man coming out and saying that he's being abused by a woman just does not look right." So he was just too afraid to say anything and he had his career and all that, so he didn't say anything. And I heard that supposedly, allegedly, he like emailed Johnny Depp or called him or something or text him, I don't know, something like that. But he communicated with him and he was just pretty much like, "Hey, I know what you're going through." Isn't that crazy?
That's, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how she's still allowed to work in Hollywood. I think if we're gonna put the exact, like that whole Chris North with Sex in the City, I guess apparently women came out saying that Mr. Big, like abused her. I don't know, sexually assaulted her, and like everybody was like, okay, let's believe her. I'm sure he is now. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that right there. I feel like the fact that Disney dropped Johnny Depp, a few other companies dropped Johnny Depp, I think they should, like, I feel like she shouldn't be allowed to work in Hollywood anymore then. Like, hold the same standard for her as well. Like, that's just
Exactly, exactly.
not okay. And I don't know. I don't even like
But
her that much.
the thing about
She just looks annoying
Disney,
to me.
the thing
I
about
think it's because
Disney,
she's
like
blonde.
they dropped him like I think like way too quickly. Like they didn't even like talk to him or anything. Like they just like were like, "Oh, drop him. Just drop him." You
because she
know?
Yeah, because she wrote an article on the Washington Post saying the Me Too movement like saved, or I don't know, like when you speak out against being
Hmm.
abused, like all of culture doesn't take your side. I feel like, no, I feel like culture does take our side now. I
It
feel like
does,
they
totally.
yeah, so but now I don't even. yeah, I feel like, and apparently she's what, bipolar? That's what I heard. I don't know if that's for sure.
I haven't heard anything about that, but I would not be surprised.
And she even said on the audio, like, oh, like, so what if I threw pots and pans? Like, isn't that kind of scary?
That is scary, but it's still normal. You know what's not normal?
What do you mean?
Well,
Women throwing pots and pans are normal?
I mean, normal. Normal. You see, sometimes people will do that out of rage. I'll tell you what people do not do out of rage.
Okay.
Take a poop on somebody's bed.
Right?
Because let me tell you, I can be pissed off as hell, but I would never, like, in my mind, be like, I'm so mad, I'm going to take a shit on the bed.
That is so funny. When he said that, I was just like, this is the weirdest like relationship I have ever. But how long were they even married for?
Like 2 years, I think.
Okay, how long were they together for?
I have no idea. I have
Don't
no
people
idea.
typically wait more than 2 years to get married? I want to wait like 10 years.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
I
like,
guess
I
it
gotta make sure
depends.
that you don't have any skeletons in this closet. Like that after a year, you don't start like pooping in my bed or something.
Right. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long they dated before they got married. Um, I
I feel
dated,
like,
I got married like within a year. I think,
really? No
yeah,
wonder
we
you're
were,
like 10 years ago.
I was like, oh shit. Yeah, like we started dating in like September,
Hmm.
September of 2010. And then he proposed in May of the following year. And then we got married in 3 months after he proposed.
Wow.
So yeah, like it had not even been a year since we started dating and we were already married.
Wow. I definitely,
But I mean, we were like young. We were in our early
mm,
20s. I was 22 when I got married. He was 25, I think, or about to be 25. But yeah, I think like if you wait longer, then like the older you get, the more you date, the more people that were in your life, the more secrets that
mhm.
are in your life and all that stuff. Yeah. Maybe,
Mm,
maybe. I don't know.
yeah. Well, okay, so she was like in her 20s when they got married, and he was like in his late 40s, maybe. I don't know.
I have
50s.
no idea.
I just feel like everybody feels so bad for Johnny Depp right now.
Totally. And I think everybody's like taking his side, especially after hearing like all this crazy stuff that's coming out and
I
uh
think it'd be pretty awesome though. Just like there are like women walks or like like there's isn't there a march, like a women's
marches.
march?
Oh yeah.
There should be like a men's
A
march
men's march.
of all of the men who have been like abused, or like I don't even think they would do it though. They'd be like, no,
They'd
I
be
think
too
we're okay.
shy. They'd be too shy. They'd be like, it's okay. We don't need representation. Hey, those guys, like, how do they live like that? Just like not caring about stuff.
Because I can't imagine being in a real. Well, you know what though? A lot of women just become accustomed to being married to somebody who's abusive. So maybe men
Yeah.
end up becoming accustomed to being married to somebody who's abusive. Like,
Well, the
I,
thing
I
about
think she
Johnny
just has.
Depp, did you hear his sisters? Um, did you hear what his sister was saying on the stand? She
What did
was
she say?
saying she was saying that their mother was abusive when they were children. So that's
Mhm.
why he was taking that, because to him, he grew up with a mom that was like that. So, and it makes me so sad. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like the way you, but then I wonder, like, are what I mean, does that mean all of his other relationships were equivalent? No,
No,
right?
no. I have to correct myself. I think the mom was abusive towards the dad, their
Mm.
dad. So when they would fight, she was like, she was physically abusive towards the dad, I think.
How do you even do that?
I don't
How do you, like, I
know,
can get
dude.
like, especially like on my period, like I'll cry, I'll get pissed off. Like sometimes I feel bad for the guys that are like dating me during that time because I can fight over any little thing, but like to physically, I'd be like, oh my God, they're gonna call the cops on me right now. I should have done that.
Seriously. And then the trippiest part is, how do you, how do you, like little Amber Heard, how dare you do that to Johnny Depp, dude? Like, that's Johnny
How
freaking
dare
Depp.
you do that
How dare
to,
you? Like, what the?
oh my gosh, what was his name in Pirates in the Caribbean?
Jack Sparrow?
Jack Sparrow, exactly. Like, come on now.
Exactly. Like, come
Edward
on.
Scissorhands. Where
Yeah.
were those scissors during those times? He could have just been chopping her hair off.
It's just crazy, like how much he went through with her.
Yeah, I
Oh, you
just
know what? Sorry to interrupt, but you just
okay.
remembered. There's this clip of them in court, and they ask him about the Winona tattoo, and
Oh,
because they were like, they asked him, they're like, "Are there any tattoos that Amber didn't like, or something like that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got my ex-girlfriend's, like I had a former girlfriend's name tattooed on me." And yeah, and he just said that, and he was just like, like, what can you do when the relationship ends? Like, it's a tattoo.
yeah.
Yeah, but apparently, like, she had a big problem with the Winona tattoo.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like what happened? Like what did
I don't
they
I don't know what happened, but I think like somebody said something about hearing them fight about it, or she would like bring it up and like fight about it. Yeah.
you can't you can't change a person's past. I mean, that's she was clearly really insecure. I'm just
Totally.
curious how all the what do these fights start from? Because really fighting wastes time. And I am somebody who grew up in a home where there was a lot of fighting
Me
that
too.
like now I'm just like there's really fighting wastes time. Now I'm just like, okay, if there's an issue, we need to talk about it. And I'm somebody who like, we just got to talk for hours. I don't care. We just can't
Well,
resolve.
because you need to come to a resolution, right? If there's a problem, there needs to be a resolution to it. You can't just freaking yell at each other, like. And then the thing about her, somebody on the stand, I forgot who it was, but somebody said that every time that he would walk away from a fight, she would freaking go and follow him. Like,
Oh
girl,
yeah.
you don't do that. Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like as women, we need to know when to shut the hell up.
Yeah. To give a guy his space.
Hmm.
Yeah. Cause I heard that in the audio. She was like, you're walking away from a solution. Like I heard something like that. And she was like, you don't even go to the door. You're walking away from the solution. And he was just like, I walk away that way. The husband doesn't pop the wife or something like that.
Dude, he's such a character. I'm like, all these clips I'm seeing on TikTok are hilarious. Hilarious. And I love the ones where he's like laughing or smiling at stuff
During like
during the
they're showing
trial.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a clip of her when they're talking about the Winona tattoo. There's a clip like they show Amber's face, dude, like you could tell she's like trying so hard not to freaking cry or something because of her face. Her face is
Really?
just like, you know, when you're like about to cry, so like, like that serious face,
Yes.
and like your chin quivers.
That's like me every month before my period. Oh my God. That, but see, if she was married to him, what's the point of these art? Like, she had him. I don't understand. Where's the insecurity? Where does it lie?
Exactly.
And why does it lie there? And why are you arguing with him? And why are you guys in court? I thought you guys loved each other. Why are you throwing pots and pans? Like, no fight. No, nothing. Like, imagine it was all because like he left the toilet seat up and that's what caused it.
Like that just like switched something in her brain and like, "Bah,
I
that's it. I can't
guess.
be with him."
I
Hey
think,
man, I started a fight the other day because of the toilet seat.
I mean, we do tend to, I don't want to say we as a collective of women. I know we're all different. I just, I know I can turn one little thing into something big. But I'm not throwing pots and pans and I'm not trying to poop on somebody's bed.
Oh hell no.
That's
Ugh.
just like, I need a toilet for that.
I
So
feel like
highly
I
uncomfortable to get on
I
a
feel
bed.
like that just kind of shows the level of privilege that you might have. Cause girl, if I'm gonna shit on a bed, I'm gonna have to clean it after, and there's no way I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how
Yeah,
much privilege do you have to be like, I'm gonna shit on my bed and who
the
cares?
maid's
Because
gonna.
I'm not gonna be the one to clean it. The maid's gonna do it or whatever.
So she really did that and she sent
She
him a
really
picture.
did that. There's pictures. No, the cleaning lady took a picture because the cleaning lady got there and she's
Oh,
like, there's human feces on your bed because I think she was like, that doesn't look like the dogs or something. Or he said it. I don't remember. Both said it. I don't know. But yeah, the cleaning lady was like, Mr. Depp, don't come home right now because look.
oh,
Crazy.
that chick's on a whole other planet.
Well, I'm like, I hope that he wins this lawsuit and everything
Me
works out
too.
for him. And I think that he has a good fan base and we're all going to show him love when the next film comes out for sure.
Right?
I don't think he needs to worry about his career.
No, no, no. And there really does need to be like a men's movement, like poop too. Like she pooped on my bed too,
Yeah.
bro. Stand
Men,
against
come on, you guys, do this.
toxic femininity. Like that's I think I when I hear toxic masculinity, I totally can see how there is toxic femininity as well
There
now.
totally could be, yeah.
Because there ain't nothing toxic about this femininity. But if we get a little psycho and we start being manipulative, then it can turn toxic. So
Yeah,
yeah, it exists. It exists. It's
totally,
just
totally.
toxic human behavior.
Yeah. And if you're a guy out there, like you don't need to take that.
Leave
Okay.
leave a comment and we will help use your voice.
Yeah.
We'll
Let's start
get
a
you out of that
men's movement
relationship. Call Johnny Depp.
for
We have a
real. But
support
yeah,
system
like,
there.
but seriously though, it kind of sucks to think that there could be more men that are going through this that are not talking
I
just because
know.
they're embarrassed, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. Because people can be manipulative, and the last thing you want to do is waste your life in a relationship just because,
Seriously.
I don't know, maybe they're afraid that she'll poop on their car and it's a nice car. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what great lengths people will go to keep somebody in a relationship though. So
My mom keyed her ex's car
really,
because he cheated on her.
well,
So
He
like
cheated on her, so that makes
she
sense.
like saw his car somewhere. I don't know, like close to where like they would work at. I don't know. But she saw the car and she keyed the word "you dog" in Spanish on his car. I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, you're crazy." She's like, "Of course I had to do it."
All
I was like, "Oh
dramatic at
my
the
God."
kiosk, just
Yeah, my mom's really dramatic. So I was like, "Yep."
so is mine. That's why we're friends, Ivy.
I know we have too much in common. Seriously,
Right? We
I'm
need to
just
like
telling.
talk about our childhood in the next one.
Yeah, dude, our periods have aligned.
Yeah, you
Everything's
guys,
like,
our periods are now aligned. Like, are yours aligned with ours?
and here's
You're
the
not watching us
craziest
enough
part.
then.
The craziest part about that is that we haven't even met in person, and our periods have aligned.
Isn't that crazy? That's a legit thing. We need to talk about the science
Yeah, the
behind that.
science. For sure. Well, you guys, that was just a quick talk about Amber and Johnny. Let us know what you think. What do you know about the trial? Because we want to know. So put that stuff in the
Yes.
comments and be sure to like this video, comment on it, leave a comment.
Smash that
And if you
like
really like
button.
this content and these talks and these chats, hit subscribe. We have an
Yes.
Instagram too, which we'll link below. All right.
We are gonna link it below. Like you're gonna link it, right? Just kidding.
I gotta link it. I gotta link it. I think I forgot in the last video, but I'll link it today.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.